Today is Saturday, March the 22nd. Yes, Saturday, March the 22nd. It is day 10 in Japan. I've not been able to sit down and record my thoughts on day 5 through now until just recently. It's been interesting. Um, Day 5 was just all day training. We started at 8 a.m. We sat down, had about an hour, hour and a half of training. Then we did our health checks. And then after the health checks were done, we did another like 8 to 10, or no, it was like 6 hours, 6 extra hours of training. After that, we when we got done, it was like 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. Monday night. Uh, so we didn't get a lot done Monday. It was just mostly just sitting and listening to them talk. Um, which is fine, the whole this is what not to do, don't do this. Understandable. Okay, so that was good, important information. I did have to make a very, very rushed trip to the airport to get cash exchanged. Um, so that way I had some cash in my wallet, and because there's uh, I exchanged actual physical cash instead of taking it out of the ATM. And there's not very many places to do that, so I had to do that at the airport before I left because I was leaving the next morning, first thing. Um, but yeah, I got that done. I was able about 30 minutes round trip. I think 45 minutes round trip. I left immediately, like got on the shuttle, went straight to the airport, got off the shuttle, went straight to the currency exchange, was second in line, did the currency exchange, went right back, got on the very next shuttle back. Um, so all in all, about 30 to 45 minutes to get all that taken care of, which was good because as soon as I got back, I had enough time to run to the conveni, get me a sando, and then get right back into training, which was rough. Very cutting it very close. After that, I had to bring my bags down, and they shipped them to the new hotel because I had a change of station. Right, I believe I talked about this in the previous video, uh, but I got changed instead of what my original posting was. I've got a new one, and so they didn't have all my stuff ready yet. I didn't have an apartment set up yet. I still don't know about that. I'll have to ask on Monday when training starts again. Um, so fingers crossed. But yeah, so the Tuesday, bright and early, get up, load up the bus, and go. We spent about 2 hours on the bus. Uh, pretty good sights. Bus ride wasn't too bad. We had a lot of fun talking amongst ourselves. We got here to where I'm at now, the new hotel, and there's a little bit of confusion, a little misunderstanding. I got off the bus a stop sooner than I was supposed to because everyone was getting off the bus, so I figured this is our stop. This is where we're supposed to get off. It was not. I was supposed to get off next stop, but it's fine. I successfully managed to get on the train and make it from that stop to the appropriate stop. And I actually got there, I think, like 2 minutes before the bus got there. So I beat the bus by 2 minutes, but because I got a little lost, I went to the wrong exit. I went to the west exit instead of the east exit. I ended up running into the people from the bus. And so they're like, oh, hey, there you are. We thought we left you. So it worked out. It worked out. It was good. Um, so yeah, we grouped up and had an adventure. We walked quite a bit. I think we covered maybe because we couldn't check in yet. It was only 11 o'clock, and check-in was at 3. So we were like, oh, we'll just we'll leave our bags here. We'll go grab a bite to eat. And with a combination of Google Maps not really functioning too good, spinning around and couldn't tell which ways which. We didn't know which way we were facing, so we had some difficulties getting GPS were up and running. But we after some walking around and trying to buy some time. We eventually made it to the restaurant they were trying to get to, which was like I think 3 miles away. So that plus the like half a mile that we walked before that, because I was lost. We ended up walking, I think, a total of 3.5 miles just to get to that restaurant, and it was full. It was just a little tiny shop, maybe 5 seats. Uh, it looked like a really good restaurant. Smelled amazing, and the sign out front had some pictures of some gyoza that I was super stoked to try. But it wasn't in the cards for us. So we turned around and we walked about 2.5 miles back to the Mega Don Quixote, which when it says Mega Don Quixote, they mean mega. It's huge, 2 stories. I still get lost. This was 4 days ago, 5 days ago, and I've been in there 2 or 3 times since, and I still get lost. Just today we went in there, and I got lost. But that's fine. It allows us to explore and see what and all's there. But yeah, so we walked about 2.5 miles back to get to the Mega Don Quixote, and then we looked around there for a little bit. Then had a little bit more walking, and finally we gave up and we're like, okay, we got to get back to the hotel. Maybe there's a restaurant across the street. So we get back to the hotel, and sure enough, we walk across we walk around the hotel. We checked, like, there was 3 or 4 different restaurants we checked, and all of them were closed, not open until like 1, 2, 5. And at the time, it was, I think, at this point it was like 12:30. But we were hungry. We wanted to eat, so we looked around and we found a Vietnamese place. Really good food, really good service. It was a great time. And then about the time we got done and we made it back to the hotel, it was about 1:30, 1:45. We're like, man, we're gonna have to sit here for another hour and a half before they'll let us check in. And no, they were like, no, no, come, go ahead. And so we checked in. We actually got to check in a little early, which is great. Came upstairs, sat down for maybe 20, 30 minutes, and I'm like, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna take a nap. Just a little nap. And my nap turned into a sleep. Um, I fell asleep. It was 2:30, 3 o'clock when I laid down. Didn't change out of my clothes or nothing. I still have my jacket on, still have my shirt on, still have my pants, my belt, everything. Um, Lay down, woke up. It was 13 hours later, and of course, meeting the trend that's been going on since I've been here. Waking up at 3:30 in the morning every day for the last 2 weeks. Uh, so Wednesday, I just kind of, I woke up, I went downstairs, had some breakfast when that opened up, and then after that, I hung out at the hotel for a little bit. Got a message from one of my friends saying, "Hey, have you had conveyor sushi yet?" I was like, "No, but I'd love to." And they're like, "All right, cool. Meet me at this place." And they gave me a location for this place that was near where their apartment was. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'll meet you there. No problem. I'll be there." Um, the GPS was like, "Hey, if you walk to the station, bus will show up at this time. You'll get here to this station or this bus stop, and then you'll just walk for like 20 minutes and you'll be there." I'm like, "Okay, not bad, not bad." So I leave about 30 minutes early. I get to well, let me rephrase. I leave 30 minutes prior to when the bus was supposed to show up, but it was like an hour and a half before I was supposed to meet my friend. And I get to the bus stop and I wait for about 30 minutes. Never saw the bus. I don't know if I was in the wrong spot or if the bus was late or if it was early, or I don't know. But the bus didn't show up, and I was supposed to meet my friend at 5:30. It was 3:50, 3:50, and I'm like, I can't wait for a bus that may or may not show up because I don't want to be late. So I'm like, well, what's the GPS say? GPS says about an hour walk. So it's about an hour walk or 50 minutes for the bus. I'm like, well, it's only 10 extra minutes. I'll walk. It'll be fine. I'll walk. Um, so that's what I did. I walked, and I walked, and I walked, and I walked. 3:50, and I was supposed to meet him at 5:30. I did not stop walking. I did not rest. I did not slow down. Uh, and I got there. It was 10 after 5. So, hour and 20 minutes of just straight walking. Um, GPS had no idea where it was trying to take me. It kept saying, turn left now. Well, there's a guardrail for the subway, or not subway, for the train. There's a guardrail that stops you from getting onto the tracks. There was no left turn. Turn left now. Can't turn left here. There's no way to turn left here. Um, so after some interesting navigational problems, which is looking to be a reoccurring theme, finally made it to the restaurant, and I beat him by about 10, 15 minutes. It wasn't too bad. Um, he showed up. We sat down and we ate a lot. Phenomenal, really good food. Had some tuna, had some omelet rice, had some tempura shrimp. Fantastic, all of it. And for dessert, I got dongo and coffee jelly with ice cream. And he got dongo. By the end of it, we had a stack, between the two of us, we had a stack of about 10 to 12 plates and about 6 to 8 bowls. And then about 3 or 4 drink cups, because we ate a lot. But it was good, and price wasn't that bad either. It was like 2,000 yen a piece for all that food. Not bad at all. Uh, but after that, it was dark out. It gets dark here pretty early, about 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., which is 1800. Yeah, 1800 hours. It starts to get dark, and it gets dark fast, and it gets really dark. And I didn't really want to walk. So I took a taxi. I was lazy. I took a taxi. It wasn't bad. It was like 1,500 yen. Not bad. Took me back to the hotel. The next day, I didn't do anything. The next day, I was tired. I went down, got my luggage, and just hung out in the room. I did get some Japanese McDonald's. I got shaka shaka chicken with the red pepper. Shaka shaka chicken with the red pepper flavor. Phenomenal. It comes in like a fillet, big piece, and you rip the seasoning, put it in, shake it real good, and really good. It was crispy, juicy, flavorful, fantastic. Got the chicken nuggets, fries. They were okay. They're kind of soggy, not really crispy, but they're good. And then I got some apple pie, and I don't know exactly what they did, but it was crispy, flaky. It's like they wrapped it in tempura and fried it. I don't know. It was good. It was very good. And I got Sprite to drink because I can't for the life of me find Sprite anywhere. The one time I found Sprite in the wild was at the Don Quixote down the street. There was a vending machine that had Sprite, but the vending machine was unplugged. So I just had to sit there and stare at it, and I couldn't get Sprite. So I got some Sprite from McDonald's because that's the one thing that I do miss a little bit of some Sprite. I can't find it anywhere. It's so good. Um, but yeah, I didn't do much of anything on Thursday. Uh, then Friday, uh, yesterday, hung out at the hotel for a little bit, and then we went and met. Me and one other guy went to go meet my buddy in at the next train stop, right? And we sat down. We had some curry, which was really good. I actually I made a mistake. I uh, I ordered level 3 spice, which was fine. It's good. That's not the mistake I made. They had a little shaker on the table with more spice. It was I don't know. It was some sort of seasoning that added spice, and the level 3 spice was perfect. Not too much, not too little. Should have left it alone. But I'm like, oh, no, this is good, but let's put some more spice on it. And I peppered it. Too spicy. I made a mistake. It was too spicy. But I got it was a chicken cutlet with hamburger, and then I got a potato croquette on the side. Really good. Ate all of it. It was fantastic. After that, we walked around. We decided to walk around and visit some bars, and one was this kind of like out of the way. I have no idea how we even found the place, but we get in there. It's like a little jazz bar, phenomenal atmosphere, super friendly people. The guy on stage was singing English songs, which caught me off guard. Really good singer. It was just all around a really good vibe, and just really good experience. And then from there, we walked down the street a little ways, and we found this other bar that was an American themed bar, which was pretty ironic because all three of us were Americans going into an American themed bar. It just kind of felt funny. Um, Another really good experience, and you know, it felt nice, a nice, comfortable, cozy atmosphere. Small, everybody seemed pretty friendly. Um, and then we went back, and then today I didn't really get much done today either. Oh wait, we no, I missed something yesterday. Me and the buddy that's staying here at the hotel as well. We went to the Don Quixote and we got some crepes, which is really good. That happened yesterday. I forgot about that. And then today we didn't. I didn't really do much. Today was a laundry day. Uh, a little bit of a mishap with the laundry. The laundry machine, the latch on the door didn't want to open, and I had to. Somebody was in. Door not open, and they brought someone over, and it took about 10-15 minutes. Finally, got the thing open. Um, I felt so bad. I was really a little bit embarrassed because I was like, "Oh no, what have I done?" But got the laundry out and then put it in the dryer, and one round of an hour, still not dry, still absolutely soaked. Two rounds, so that's 2 total hours, still wet. 3 hours, just a hair still wet. But I was meeting a friend at 5 today, and it was 4:30. So I'm like, well, it's like 95% dry, just a little damp in the pockets, whatever. And then we went to an Irish pub, and I got fish and chips, and to me, tasted amazing. I thought it was pretty good fish and chips. However, I don't know what my British friends will say. I don't know. They might not like it. I thought it was good. Um, and from there, after we had our fish and chips, we walked Don Quixote again. I got a shoulder a satchel so that I can go to training next week because they said make sure you have something to carry materials to and from because the bag that I brought from home is still very full. I haven't been able to unpack anything yet because I'm still hotel living. Um, but yeah, so in the last week, in the last 5 days since I talked about my time here in Japan, I've had a few embarrassing moments. For example, yesterday when we were at the American bar, uh, uh, we were ready to go. We wanted to make sure we made it to the train so we didn't get stuck there and have to take a taxi back. And my two friends were like, "Hey, you should ask for the check. You do it. You do it." I'm like, "Okay." And I was sitting there. I'm like, "So if I remember correctly, it's kaike, uh, kaike arimasu or something like that." And they're like, "No, say cheku." And I'm like, "Cheku?" And they're like, "Yeah, say cheku." I'm like, "Okay." And so I looked over at the bartender and said, "Sumimasen, cheku onegaishimasu." And I don't know if it was the way I said it or just the words that I used or any number of reasons, but when I said it, I got this weird look from the bartender, and all the other patrons kind of turned and looked and kind of laughed, and it was real embarrassing. And one of the guys I was hanging out with looked over and pointed at me and said, uh, Atarashi, new." I'm like, embarrassing, very embarrassing. But it has made me very much want to practice more and try to get better at the language, because right now I don't know enough. I really don't, and I need to get better. Um, and then of course the moment with the washing machine, I all in all, I mean, it seems like I definitely need to practice more for sure, to avoid some of these misunderstandings, and to avoid some of this embarrassment, self embarrassment, um, just so I can better communicate. Because honestly, the way things are right now, I'm just going to get more and more embarrassed unless I start practicing more and get better at it. But that's fine. I'm only this is only start of week 2, I think. Yeah. So I mean, I'll get better eventually. I'll start learning it. I'll get better, but that doesn't, I'm still getting a little bit embarrassed by it. But that's fine. Learning experiences, motivation. There you go. Um, so tomorrow, since training starts on Monday, tomorrow I'm going to be getting my suits out, making sure they're ready, getting my stuff together. Probably not gonna leave the hotel unless it's to grab something to eat or something like that. Probably just gonna stay and hang out here and just make sure I have everything ready, so that way Monday I can get up bright and early, get my suit, get my shower, all that, and then hit training. But yeah, um, hopefully, I was told Saturday, a week from today, will be move in day. So hopefully, I will have my apartment next week, and I can start exploring my new home. Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I don't know where I'm going yet. Monday. Oh, I sent them a message yesterday, but it was a little too late, so I'm gonna have to wait till Monday. Hopefully Monday I can get an address, and hopefully Monday I can start doing some route recon. I won't be able to actually leave to go look, but I can look it up online and see where I'm gonna end up. See what it looks like. We'll see. But yeah, so that's been we're end of end of day 10. So we're now 10 days in. Start day 11 tomorrow, and yeah, so far so good. Let's see what the future holds. Yeah.